All right, we're gonna go live in 5, 4, 1. Oh, that's not even it. I still have to find all the cameras. Oh, hey everybody. My name is Todd. I'm trying to keep it quiet because my family doesn't like me yelling. Welcome to the stream. We're going to be playing some Shadowrun. I get to play. That's why I've got one of these little cards. I hope my camera stops freaking out. Let's go. I got to re-aim the cameras and stuff. But we're going to dive in a couple of minutes. Tonight we're playing Shadowrun. Super excited. Super excited.
No time for losing, 'cause I am the champion of the world.
All right, everybody. Hey, everybody. We are on the stream. Say hellos.
Hey, stream.
Hello.
Hola.
There it is. Red Quest Live.
There we are. There we are. All right. So tonight we're going to be playing some Shadowrun. We got our table here. I think we might have a few more people show up, but we're going to be. I'm going to use my Shadowrun sultry. Welcome to D6s and Jazz.
You gotta use your late night DJ voice.
It's my late night DJ voice. Hello, everybody. I eat onions. And I'm okay
It's
crying.
the voice that hostage negotiators use to defuse a situation.
Please do not decapitate that man. Your life is not over. Put down the cheese block. All right, so we're going to be rolling. Who wants to describe what the heck Shadowrun actually is? Anybody?
So Shadowrun is like a game, and there's dice and stuff, and people do things that's kind of naughty, and then there's a gun, and then it shoots, and someone dead, and but he's not, because he's like, I got cyberware, and then the other dude on the other side of the room, he's like, oh, fireball, but then a dragon comes in, but he's not really a dragon, it's a spirit, because somebody was like, magic dragon, but it wasn't really a dragon.
And then a real dragon shows up.
That is so surprisingly accurate. Some people who don't know this game might actually think you're joking, but that's actually entirely accurate.
Yeah, that was a true story from last week.
But the only thing missing from that is wait, that's not the rule. Yes, it is. No, it's this rule. No, but it's that rule. Look at my character sheet. Yeah,
hold on, what page is that on?
Which optional rule set are we using today?
Are we 5th edition?
We're
That is correct.
4.2.
We are 5th edition, and as we discussed last week, we are kind of adding some things. And I don't even remember. Whatever the rules were that I thought were a part of the game, that I just think they're a part of the game because we've been using them for so long, are officially a part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So just have to read.
You got to set it up for greater than.
And I'd like to make
true.
a request for the return of the awesomeness rule.
Oh, we need awesomeness.
No, Bill, you don't even have to ask. There is a time where I will require you to roll awesomeness, and at that time I'll explain how to do it. But for now, just let's keep that, off just side.
Just know that it exists.
Awesomeness is
Your character has a stat called awesomeness. It's already on your character sheet. You just don't know it yet.
yes.
I do enjoy those stats.
Hell.
Yeah.
I will say that the character sheet is confusing enough.
I still have Shadowrun 3rd edition character sheets that have my awesomeness written in the corner.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't know because I've never been able to play before.
Yeah. Well, see, so just for you, Todd, at some point we will roll awesomeness just for you.
I look forward to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steve.
Okay, well. Oh, yes, Bella.
Are we still in the same position we were in the last time we played this game? Because I had Edge that was taken, or
So
what?
So
where are we?
I'll recap. But first, Yeah, so essentially, no, you've had months off. Everyone's character sheets are back to the start.
Oh my god, I'm in so much debt if there have been months. Just saying.
Well, that's
Or you're
why
consistently breaking even. until
last
now.
week we were updating character sheets and going through all that. We had our shopping episode at the last episode of last
Last time.
season. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah. So, but let's go around and introduce. Todd's normally the host, but today I am your game master. So it's a GM instead of a DM because there's no dungeons allowed except for the ones we go into.
And Todd's the stream host director.
Ah, yes.
Todd is stream host director / Roll20 assistant. Although I managed to do the thing I was asking you to do, so hey, we're good.
To be fair,
Let's,
Darcy knows Roll20 better than I do. So,
Well,
just saying.
then we were just full of experts, aren't we? So let's start over there with Phil. You can introduce your character.
My character. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm Gerald. Fuck you guys.
Fair.
Yeah,
You muted him.
that's pretty much Gerald. Basic player stats. According to your character sheet, Gerald is a human, 85-year-old, 45-kilogram person who is a helicopter pilot / drone rigger / crusty old man.
Walks with a cane.
Yeah.
It's
Every
really a
Shadowrunner
hidden,
needs to walk with a cane.
like a
Shadowrunner.
secret bazooka. I want to put it out there that's a secret bazooka.
That's what you all
Okay.
assume.
Probably
Bazooka
not a
cane.
bazooka, but some kind of weapon.
That's what you all
Absolutely.
assume. Yes, you all assume that.
Yeah.
We're all just taking
no
bets in the
evidence has
corner.
ever appeared to say that is the case.
All right, so above me, Donnie, who are you bringing to the table as usual or for the first time?
So as usual, Messiana, also known as Pat. She's a weapons specialist. If you ever get a chance to actually see her, other than the party, she's dressed in black, leathers, two katanas on her back. Question: is there any way to drop the character names off of the Roll20? I can't see the map because
Oh.
of them.
Okay, I can do that.
Oh, it's. Are you talking like the boxes are big? That's just a setting. here.
Yes.
Oh, I see what
Yeah.
you
You're
mean.
gonna
That's
want to
your
go
setting.
to your settings. It's in the cog wheel at the top right.
Okay.
And then you want to go down to what is it? Audio and video, I think.
Good time to mention we use
And then you go to
Roll20
video
Which is
display
good
and you say
when you're
names
rolling
only.
200 d6s.
Ha ha!
Hello, sorry I'm late, guys.
Hey, Matt.
Matthew.
Hey, man.
I don't want them to show at all.
Yeah, go to names only. It's the best you can do.
He's not
Yeah.
talking about you, Matt.
So okay, let's move around my circle and go over here to Darcy. That's that way.
Hello. Thank you for introducing me. I'm Darcy. You can find me at twitch.tv/DarcyBiz. For today, I'll be playing Radio, our radioactive friend. She is a infiltration expert, let's say. Why not? If we need to put her into a box, she'll get out.
It's true.
You don't like being in the box. Yes.
That's all I
great.
got. That was my
No,
one
it's,
joke for the evening. Hope you enjoyed it.
It was
Yeah,
spectacular.
no,
They are here all week, people. All week.
yeah.
Thank you. No.
All right, and down over that way on my screen is Jay. Jay, who are you, and what are you doing with your?
Hello, everybody. You look over and you see a very dapper gentleman. He's got nice full head of hair that's tied back into a nice silver gray ponytail, and he's got a beard. He looks like to be in his 60s, in very nice shape. He's wearing like a nice blazer jacket and a nice shirt underneath, pair of loafers, carrying a valise and an umbrella. And he looks over and he says, "Hello, everyone. My name's Adrian. Nice to meet you all."
All right.
He's a human,
Right.
by the way.
Lovely.
Of all the various species of humans, there are meta-humanity.
Yeah, he's just a vanilla human, though, right?
Yes.
In the game sense, not in the
All but one of us are.
He's
We're
only ever
all
had missionary
humans.
sex.
I don't always human, but when I do, I vanilla.
Okay. And down that way, we have Bella,
What are you doing?
who's playing
Hey,
Blitz.
everybody. Yeah. Hey, everyone. Bella, I'm playing Bliss, our very colorful, very wacky, and zany tech romancer. Yes, I know it's Technomancer, but as we've learned over the time with her, she is a bit of a tech romancer. So, yeah.
Just whisper that
I'm-
sweet, sweet nothings to the transistors.
Come on, baby sprites. Do mama proud. But yeah, no. Hopefully she's gonna, make some sweet, sweet love to the machines tonight.
I have a sound effect for any icon you speak to, if you listen carefully. Okay, that's it. I don't know
That's
if you heard
awesome.
it.
Nice.
This is a call sign. Oh.
Gonk.
All right. And continuing sort of in the direction it looks like we should to me, we have Matt down over here. Matt, what is your character?
I am Armok Schwarzenorker. He is a fitness influencer who's aspiring to move into a media career as a movie star. And aspiring Shadowrunner. Everybody's always told him he was a really good runner all of his life. He figures that's half of the job. So how hard can the shadow part be?
I mean, he's not wrong.
Amazing.
It's really good.
Is he in
Right.
row 20?
I also
No.
think that we're placing bets not only about what kind of cane weapon Gerald has, but also how long Matt's character. Did you say that his name was Green Streak?
Yes, I like that for a call sign.
All right, so we're definitely placing bets about how long Green Streak survives.
I think that's fair.
Oh, he's
You gotta-
already
you
dead.
gotta
He's not
figure,
in-
like-
he's not in the game.
Don't worry, Donnie. I got it under control. And
Oh, I thought he
Todd,
died already.
it's time for you to introduce a character.
Wait, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Last time I did a voice, I'm not doing the voice. So today I will be playing Mac, a fallen on hard times corporate medic. Used to work for Dockwagon. Now he is kicked out on his butt and trying to find his way in the world. Turned bitter and also kind of just he hit rock bottom, and now everything is looking up. And so he's trying to take life a little less seriously, and but he's got that kind of angry underside to him. But he's learning to take it a little bit more fun as he goes. Because hey, if nothing really matters, then you might as well do what you want, right?
Yep.
And that's what I got.
All right. Sounds good.
Oh, and
I'm
he is a
just
mage
gonna-
with a cyber arm, because that's broken.
This is strange.
The arm?
That's what she said.
It's all strange.
I thought, yes, I did. That's what I said.
All right.
I'm looking at Discord, and then I look at Twitch. They're reversed.
Yes.
That's all good. All right, so I'm gonna just do a quick little kind of recap of last season,
Please.
for those people who need to know these things, and then we'll figure out. I figured out how Adrian. Phil, I texted you how Adrian is getting into here, so I required that you make that happen, and then for Schwarzenegger, I have some ideas. All right.
Actually, I'll modify that a little bit.
I'm still
Sure.
only getting
Yeah.
rolling cameras on my thing here.
Yeah. Okay, so last season, our Shadowrunners were hired by Johnson on behalf of a Mafia family. Mafia family is the Piano family. You were working directly with a guy named Flurp Johnson, who was representing his capo, whose name was Crandall Manicotti. So these people hired you to recover some property of theirs that went missing. This property it was kind of a very well orchestrated heist. A shipping container had been loaded on a ship down in Central America. The ship made its way up to a port in Seattle. The container was unloaded off the ship into the dock, into the shipyard, and then legitimately magically, disappeared. So the mystery of where it had gone and the solving of that mystery was the job you were hired to do. So in the process of investigating and putting 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 together, the runners established that there was not an inside job as far as they could tell, and by some very crafty means, by making a giant what we deemed an Invisicrate, a team of very cool named biker dudes took an invisible truck into the yard, loaded in the regular crate inside an invisible crate, put it on their invisible truck, and drove out of the yard with some well-orchestrated assistance. Eventually, the runners tracked down where this Invisicrate was hiding and confronted the Los Bros brothers.
The Los Bros brothers.
Effectively ending the existence of that gang.
Yeah, that was the last loss of the Los Bros brothers.
That was actually the episode title.
Yeah, you need to watch that episode, The Last Loss of the Los Bros brothers. It was quite the episode. Hold it together, Todd.
I will not.
Best episode name of the series. And so the runners recovered the crate, returned it to Flurp Johnson. At that meet to hand over the stolen goods, which were cyberware of various degrees and designs and whatnot, Flurp sort of indicated that there was more to things going on to the runners. In the months that ensued between the last episode and the penultimate episode, the runners went off and did different things.
I have so much debt.
Bliss dug quite deep into the interwebs, internerd, known as the Matrix in the future. And
are you saying she went deep on the net?
Oh, she went deep. She let the net deep into her at the same time. There was depth achieved. And,
Sorry, Bella.
Feeling very dirty right now.
Yeah, that's par for the course.
Yeah.
Don't worry. You weren't there that episode, Bella, but I played Bliss the way you would have played Bliss. Just
I don't know. I think she's kind of sweet with machines.
So she dug deep and discovered quite a lot about the Piano family, essentially their entire construction, and she managed to make.
I believe in Russia they call it compromat. Just saying.
he managed to get back in touch with Flurp Johnson, who and eventually arranged another meet after convincing the rest of her fellow Shadowrunners that taking him up on his offer to work with him in the future was worthwhile. So, to a few months later, the team met with Flurp Johnson in a kind of a hole-in-the-wall Asian fusion noodle house.
That's the name.
Yeah, that was the name. It's the Asian fusion noodle house. Subtitle Oodles of Noodles. And total hole in the wall. Best food you've ever had.
Oh yeah,
Across the street
100%.
from Insomnia.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna just jump in and say it's canon that there's an employee there part-time named Pork Shumai, and we might see her later.
Pork Shumai. All right.
She's part of their meat supply.
Hey guys.
Hi. That's a delivery boy. So Flurp explains to the team that Crandall Manicotti, his capo, is a dirty boy who has been planning to overthrow the family, and what those plans are is something that Flurp wants to uncover more and would like the team's help essentially to thwart that, because he does not believe that Crandall Manicotti would be the right guy to be running the Piano family. And Bliss convinces the rest of the team that joining, getting down in this situation is good and will be profitable and will also raise your street cred to astronomical levels. And that's essentially where we left off.
Street cred.
I didn't realize that I was that influential.
Oh, you're important, sweetheart.
Huh. Cool.
So, Todd, I have pulled us back into this map here. I don't know, is that what everyone else sees now? We're in an alleyway or thingamajig?
Is that an alley?
It's like an alleyway. Yeah.
Yippers.
Sure.
And garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Another
can
red
everyone
exclamation
see
mark.
their character tokens here?
You guys take me to all the nicest places.
You do. So this guy is not here. He's over here in the darkness for a moment. So, where do we have
How you
Joe?
feeling, Mac?
So
Right.
first
Hanging
off-
in there. Good to see you again,
First
Cat.
off-
Dried
Cat,
out
right?
already?
Yeah, I'm okay. Keeping on the path. Making
Yeah.
a new path if it needs making. You know how it goes.
So first off, Adrian is not here. Schwarzenegger is not here yet. Ye here. We're just gonna back up a little bit before these five are actually here. Gerald. It's November. It's Seattle. It's kind of rainy. You remember something about a message from Bliss saying, "Make sure you're not late."
Yeah, do I remember it while I'm sleeping?
Uh,
So I'm assuming whatever time of day it is, I'm asleep right now.
yeah. No matter what time of day it is, you are asleep.
Let the
So,
old people
let's-
jokes begin.
Why don't I just do this? Let's roll. Let me just pick something for you to roll, because this is how we do Shadowrun. I just pick things and you
Yeah,
roll
yeah,
it.
sounds good.
Just roll me a willpower and intuition together.
Where the heck is
I gotta
that?
get my box.
That would be 11 dice for you.
Where did it go? I rolled it. Where'd it go?
I don't know. Where'd you roll it?
11. Submit. There it is. 5.
Wow. So you do wake up to a little ding off your pan.
Butterflies.
One is which?
I feel like it would be a recording of me saying, Gerald, get the fuck up. I told you to not be late. Get the fuck up now.
Yeah, okay, shut up already. Jeez, you know.
He's talking to the alarm clock.
Yeah.
Levels up.
Gerald.
So you look at your pan and it says, "Go to the thing that Bliss said to go to now."
Check the clock. Yep, I'm running late. That Bliss alarm's been going off for like half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
That's Gerald for you.
Yeah.
So-
He gets up, realizes he has to take a piss. Goes to the bathroom to take a piss. Takes another 5 minutes because he can't piss.
We're all getting there.
This is all too real.
And then finally makes his way to him. He signals his helicopter to start warming up.
Right.
And
Roll up in a heli. Of course you do.
yeah.
So another alarm pings on your pan. You look at it and it's like, don't forget the guy.
Oh, the guy. Definitely didn't forget the guy. Hold on. Shit. He calls Bliss.
Bliss, you get
What?
a call.
I forgot
What
the
do you-
guy.
Jesus. Gerald.
We're professionals.
Oh shit. No, I remember. Okay, never mind. He hangs up.
Do you though?
It's a good thing that
Yep.
Bliss is used to this shit with him.
Yeah.
All right. He instructs the helicopter to set in the coordinates for the senior center.
So you're on your way there. It's a little rainy, but weather's no real issue. You can fly there without any trouble.
Yeah, he stops for pie.
I need to listen.
Yeah. So you stop
Stops
at
at a piery and picks up a nice pie.
yeah. It's called the Pyrie and the Skyery.
Perfect.
Our pies are rather fiery.
Yeah.
Just watch out for the diary. He
It's a pizza pie.
cubic. Yeah. So all right. So you get to the senior center uneventfully.
Yeah, he gets out. He's carrying the pie. It's a pizza pie. Walks up to the entrance to the senior center. Cane in left hand, the pie in the right.
Okay, Mom.
Knocks on the door. It's late. Why I was supposed to not be late, I guess. No one's answering.
There's some people in there, but they're just kind of putting tables and chairs away after they finish their Monday evening bridge session.
So he pushes the door open, knocks some more. Says in his loudest voice, Adrian! Adrian!
Hey, how's it going?
Get over here, you young buck.
Wow.
I need your
It's not very
sprightly.
often they say that I'm the young person in the room.
Here's your
Oh, these
fucking
guys go
pizza.
way back. I'm just saying, right now.
Yeah.
Don't say I still owe you after this.
That is fine. Next time we play dice, we are even.
Next, they're old when they're like, next time we're playing dice in the alley.
Listen,
Tiddly.
the whirly bird's going. It's time to go.
All right, you can see him, and he just kind of puts on his stuff a little bit, and he straightens himself up, and he grabs like a little valise and an umbrella, and he comes along with you.
Yeah, he doesn't wait for you, but you're easily able to catch up and pass him.
It's the slowest race you've ever seen. Get to the chopper! Yeah, eventually.
Don't rush me. Can't rush
The
perfection.
turtle race.
I have that.
He points to the chopper door with his cane. You get in there. He like taps it.
Just gets in, crosses his legs, and kind of sits there. And that's it.
You're that
You-
nimble?
Do you have a data jack? Is you
At 65, that's the fantasy of part of this cyberpunk fantasy game. You're nimble
You
enough
got
to cross
money,
your
you
legs.
never grow old.
I don't think so. He's very normal.
In that
Yeah,
case, the
helicopter.
helicopter wiring reaches out for you and taps you in the neck and can't find where to go in and is confused.
Oh, and
you
it's
guys-
actually wires.
The helicopter has a personality, is confused, and is rather disgruntled with you now.
You stupid goddamn helicopter.
Hey, be nice to her.
All right.
She'll give you a
Yeah, please sit
massage if you
down.
do.
May I please sit down, milady?
The seatbelt unclips.
He's like, I know why we treat our vehicles like ladies. We have to treat them gently. And he sits down.
The engine coos.
Yeah, he only has cyber eyes.
Oh my gosh.
I think we have someone in the running for more than tech romancers in the party. I'm just saying.
I suspect it's partly because maybe Bliss helped design the personality of the helicopter.
That tracks.
I can believe that.
It is very plausible.
I'm not sure about design, but like has communicated before.
She
Has,
may have-
You patched
Maybe.
the
She may have
software.
completed some mods. I mean,
right. Yeah.
in a bored moment,
Well,
or in a
I think she
needing a fix
unlocked
moment.
You did
the
spend a lot
potential.
of your time in that helicopter last season.
It's true.
I really did spend a lot of time in a trance in that copter.
Just the way I like it.
Yeah. So, Matt. Schwarzenegger is we're gonna jump back in time for you a little bit. Late September, early October. In the gym, you've set up your sort of like GoPro streaming setup. You're doing some reps. You're streaming a workout at the time. A lot of fans are online as usual, and this is a gym that's somewhat private. Like it costs a little bit to be a member here, and so everybody who frequents this place regularly. Like there's nobody here who drops in. This is not a thing that's done. But so you've been at it. You're like 15 minutes into this routine. You're responding to comments. You're giving your advice for getting swole as fuck. And there's this guy kind of hanging out around the counter. He seems like he's talking a little bit with a couple of the people that work there. You see some handshakes. He's kind of well dressed. Too well dressed to be in the gym, but you're like, this guy must be like top of the line. You keep kind of waiting for him to go out of the corner of your eye. You keep kind of waiting for him to go and hit the change room and come out and get his workout going, but he never does. He just kind of hangs out there, and then he he's looking at his pen every once in a while, but you start to notice he's kind of staring at you a little bit, not in a menacing kind of way, but more in a like he's just waiting for you kind of way.
Okay. Does he look like a guy who would normally like spend time in a gym? Like, does he have like a muscular build or?
He's fit, but by no means like ripped,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Like you look at him, he's probably only ever done cardio. You sure he could outrun you, but if you arm wrestled, you'd snap him in half.
I mean, I'd assume that maybe he wants an autograph. I go up and act like he's one of my fans or something.
Yes.
So he kind of sees you come over and he's like, You still online there?
Oh, you know, I couldn't help but you admiring my workout there. You know, I see the pen in your hand. You know, you don't have to be shy. I'll give you an autograph.
I appreciate that. I'm totally not a shy kind of guy, but I'll just let you finish. Then when you're finished, I'd love a word with you. I'll wait. I got time.
Oh, I go hard. I'll probably be in here for a few more hours.
He's like, I got all day. You do what you got to do. I can get some business done while I'm waiting for you. And then we have a little chit chat.
What about you? Need help on a workout plan? Do you need a mascot for your gym? You know, I'm looking to expand my media presence.
Well, in terms of expanding your presence, I do have an opportunity for you, but it's a conversation I'm not going to have with other ears present. But
right.
I got patience. I got time. You go do what you got to do. You be you, and I'll be here.
Is there like a role I can make on this to see if he's like being honest or straightforward?
Yes. Yeah. Judge intentions. So 7d6 for you.
76. Okay, I'm not in the Roll20 yet, so I can get physical dice, or you can send me a link and I can roll them in there.
Well, why don't you get the physical dice while Todd sends you a link?
Yeah, I can do that somehow.
Or I can roll for you while Todd
I
sends
say
you.
all three of those things.
And let's just see.
Whatever works out better.
It's a race. I need
got
you
a
to find
26.
every Gomug Monopoly. You need to find every D6 you own. We're playing Shadowrun.
Yeah,
I've got
and
5 in total.
as such, yeah, let's talk about how dice work, right?
Yeah.
What is a success on a d6?
Well, let's pause for a second and just jump over to that because we're about to start doing rolls. So in the Roll20, Todd, I don't know if you can show Roll20 for a sec.
I just logged out, but I will log back in a moment.
You're a terrible person.
I'm a horrible person. Otherwise, I wouldn't play
I guess I
Shadowrun.
forget this works more like dice and Warhammer, right? Where you're rolling over a certain number for a success, right?
It's even better, Todd. I'm going to
Welcome.
share my screen. I know it's
I
Welcome to
better.
Shadowrun Mechanics.
gonna
All
screw up
right.
your
Today,
overlay
we're gonna talk about
temporarily,
Hits,
but I'll share my.
glitches,
And critical
limits.
glitches? Ooh, that reminds me. I have to make that.
We
Okay,
must talk about
so-
exploding dice too.
Todd, if you can throw my screen that I'm sharing here up on the Twitchy land.
You're asking too much. Too much.
No.
I can do that. Just a
Not
sec. Here we
me.
go.
Just
Okay,
do
I
it.
just
Just do
see
it
the
in
screen
everyone's
here.
cam view.
Yeah,
and then
there
pull
it
this
is.
up.
It's up.
Fine.
There you go. See, just Darcy knows what's up. Look at that. You did it. Good for you.
I know
Okay,
things.
so if oh my gosh.
Of course,
Now
I have to
now I'm doing too many
message.
things. I gotta go here.
Oh, Inception. Oh, I
There we
like
go.
it.
Inception on. So right here is the dice rolling situation of
What the
Roll20. You go here and you go down to advanced. Whoops, down to advanced dice roller. Jam, and then it comes out. Then you're gonna go and use only d6s. You're gonna go here and go d6s, and then you want to roll 7, so you'll type 7, and then they're not exploding because you haven't used edge. And then you want to go greater than 5 because that includes 5.
I'll just correct you. You put the 7 in the wrong box.
So I'm
Plus
still trying to
7.
get
Oh.
Roll20 to set that
There
up
you go.
right now.
Oh,
You want to roll 7
I
dice,
sent you the link.
76 plus nothing, because it's never plus anything. And then
Right.
you will just go
Let's initiative.
roll, and then bam, you got 3 successes. And then you just leave this up all the time.
yeah, just hide it in a corner.
This
It
is
does
very good
squish down.
advice. Yeah, this is very good advice. I was more thinking, hey, Matt's already rolled, but you know, added up the dice, and that's not what we
Yeah, I
did. We
did it
need
wrong.
5s and 6s. Yeah.
Yeah, so 5s and 6s are successes, or hits, as I call them. So that's
Okay.
that. So I'm going to get rid of this, because I don't care about it. And I'm
Yeah,
going
make
to
roll
get
dice.
rid of this, because you don't care about it. All right.
There you
I got 3 5s then, and I'm gonna set up the Roll20 thing here in a sec.
All right. So your observation of this guy is like he's being straightforward with you. You can tell like he has no ill will towards you. In fact, he really does want to talk to you. But so long as you like what he says about he doesn't want to talk to you while you're broadcasting, he's not going to talk to you while you're broadcasting, and he's patient enough to wait. So everything basically he's telling you is honest, but he's not telling you anything more than he's willing to at the moment.
Is it about this time that Gerald is plugged into a random fitness stream because he loves the feeling of having a strong body?
Makes sense. Does he get some sense there, or just like visuals, and that's enough for you?
Yeah, I mean, he kind of uses his imagination. He doesn't have a sim rig, so he can feel it because he's got the the rigger equipment kind of adapts to that. But
nice. Okay, so Cat, Mac, and Radio and Bliss, you have gotten a message from Flurp, which you recall, like, so if you recall last time you were with Bliss, she described to you how you would be communicated to by Flurp, and it was that he posts these like missed connections on various forums, and there's always a few code words in there.
To the orc I saw in the subway.
There's a few meeting spots you guys have had set up, but the one that you parse out from this is that he wants you to meet at the noodle shop. And so there's also a code in there that essentially gives you the time and date, right? So
I missed you at 4:45 on Tuesday.
Yeah. So it's November 12th, and he wants to meet you at 1 a.m. at this noodle shop where you met him a few months ago.
Right.
So yeah, Bliss, how are you? Are you going to attend in person, Bliss, or which you've done before? I would assume so, because of in this situation, part of the reason why you're at this noodle house, why he likes this noodle house, is it's a bit of a dead zone. Not for you, because you got the power.
Yeah.
But for the average person, it ain't happening.
Right.
All right. Trying to think.
You think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
Darcy, what's Radio up to on the average Monday at just before midnight?
Yeah, probably still like doing stuff. But most of the leisure time is more active. It's not like going to the gym like we see from Orcher, but enjoying that glow city, being out there under the stars. Loves that stuff. So maybe out at the time. And then they also might have like a career gig for just like extra money sometimes, but I think right now that's not the case. So they get this notification on their pan. I guess not a note. Maybe I've got something set up to like, scan for that kind of like certain keywords or something. I don't know, but whatever. I see the thing, and we see me sort of like kick off of like, not like off a building, but like off some high point of architecture in the area. Just like break into a run, because she just runs everywhere basically if she can. That said, time for my customary role of am I sick today from radiation poisoning? Yes, I'm very sick today from radiation poisoning.
Oh no.
One of my negative qualities is because I am blighted by radiation, I don't die from radiation. I do suffer consequences occasionally. And yeah,
nobody
hit
needs
the ground
hair.
Hard and it's like, all right, it's gonna be one of those days, and I take off anyway. Cool. So I'm just gonna mark some negative qualities for myself.
And so, how does that affect the gameplay for the character?
I get -2 dice on all of my physical tests and -1 dice on all of my mental tests. Technically, it is per session, but I believe previously you roll it per day last season.
Woof. Yeah, we'll do it per day because, like, realism-wise, a sleep would probably help.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and
sort
we make
like, how am I feeling today, as opposed to how am I feeling this arbitrary patch of time that the players have designated important. Yeah. Great.
Okay. So you start heading over there. Are you making your way on foot, or are you subway?
Yeah, I'm going on foot unless I like get winded and feel like I need to get on a bus, or it's like really far. But at least outside of like a certain blockage from my around, I would be because I'm sure like buses don't to Glow City, you know. So
when you look at it's actually not that far from where you spend a lot of your time. You could walk there in an hour, which you have. If you jogged a little bit, you get there in half that time.
Cool. Yeah.
So you can get there.
Yeah, maybe I'll take if I have the time. I'll probably walk it and save my energy.
Okay. So you're on your way. Donnie, what's Kat up to on Monday at midnight?
He's already inside the noodle shop drinking sake.
Oh
waiting for everybody to show up.
Right on. So you've got your little wee cup and your bottle of sake, and they keep trying to sell you various fried things that are questionable, and do you want more noodles?
No, thank you.
Good noodles. It's extra special spicy sauce. You're not sure if it's Mexican or Japanese.
A little bit of roofie.
You serve good food here.
It just builds tolerance to iocane powder.
Right now, food is not on the menu.
Okay. Let me know when you need more sake. I'll get you more sake. The juice is good. Where are we going now? Mac, it's Monday. It's like a little after midnight. You're like...
Flurp shows up early, I'll have a word with him.
Mac, it's just after midnight. It's Monday. You know you got about 45 minutes-ish to get down to Noodle Shop.
I'm gonna be kind of close already because I had to take transit, and the tiny little total hole apartment I live in the edge of Redmond. It takes a long time to get anywhere, so I'm already out pretty close to the Noodle Shop, but I'm kind of I got a little tingle, a little urge. So I do what I do when that happens. I go to a place up high to try to just kind of calm my mind and just spend a little bit of time. So I will have found a quiet corner, like an alley or something, and near a big building, and I will cast Levitate on myself, and I'm going to see if I can go up on the rooftop of that building and just breathe in and take in the city. Transit sucks, but at least I can fly if I do it right. So I'm going to roll for that if that's okay.
If you believe you can fly.
I believe I can fly. Oh my god, that was totally in my head too.
All right, let me just reprogram that for a second. Rolling the dice. 3 hits. All right, so I successfully do that, and then to shrug the drain is the same. And I need, how many do I need here? I need a bunch. So let me just see what that would be. Where are my spells at?
They're on your page.
God damn it, Kyle.
Page 2.
Page. Oh, here it is. Levitate. I get 13. No, 11. And three stuns, so I shrug it. So I'm fine. So I've just concentrated And I've got this new little band that I keep on my arm. It's not focus or anything, but it's a bit of leather on my sidebar arm to kind of give a little bit of like a sense of living over to that side. So I kind of touch that and I concentrate for a little while. And although the arm definitely feels like it's pulling me towards the ground and resisting the urge, the rest of me manages to levitate just fine. And I just kind of focus on bringing it with and get to the rooftop. And I'm just sitting on the roof, right on the edge, just like heels on. I'm just taking it all in.
All right. So you're up there. Everything feels good. You're pretty comfortable. You have, in the last few months since your second initiation and your experience with your Raven Mentor Spirit,
which is part of my coming up here.
Yeah. You felt your urge to partake has been much less. So you kind of up there and you're joining. You feel in your pocket. There's one lump still there. There's one pill still there, and you've carried this for months.
And I just kind of touch it like a security blanket in my jacket, just in the shirt pocket there. And then I intentionally take my physical hand, like my meat hand, away, but I can still feel the dent of it in my finger. And then I take a breath, and I'm like, I'm okay. It's all good. Let's see what see what tonight brings.
Okay, so then you're feeling all right. You're feeling relatively comfortable. You start heading towards Oodles and Noodles, or whatever we decided it was called. I can't remember the name.
So I just step off, and I fall pretty far, and then just at the end, just before I hit the ground, slow myself, stop, and drop the spell.
Nice.
But before I do, actually, hold on. Was there anybody down there on the street that I could see?
Oh yeah, it's the odd person. Not a ton, but there's some.
Okay, so I'm gonna be like, it's too much! And then and I'm gonna see if they look up at me yelling, and then I'll step off like I'm leaping off the building, and then stop just before, and then dust myself off. Choose life.
So there's mostly, well, it's all adults at this point. And,
I wouldn't pull that with kids. That'd be too dramatic.
There's a guy pushing a shopping cart full of all his things. You come down, and he kind of just looks up, and he sees you come down. He's just like, kids. Starts pushing along. He's like, what's this city coming to? A woman kind of like gasps for a bit, and then shakes her head and just like, oh, like, how dare you?
I will count that as pulling a prank on people.
Yeah, and off she goes. A couple other denizens of the night just kind of like mutter to themselves. Nobody really freaks out too much.
Oh, no, that's fair.
Bliss. Bliss has been pacing back and forth in the apartment that you've been renting for quite a while now, close to 6 months. You're set up. You've got more screens than any person should. It's kind of looking like what's behind Phil, but times 12. And you're like, you've gotten comfortable with like the glow of all this stuff. You haven't gone outside in quite a while, but you're like, I know I need to do this. Like Flirt, just he's he said sometimes we have to meet in person, sometimes we can't do stuff over online. Like this is one of those times. I can do it. And so just roll me a composure test, which for you,
for me, would be
some dice.
Composure?
Yeah. Whereas your it's here. It's on there. 9. It's on your sheet. It's 9 dice.
I'm just looking.
Yeah, attribute only tests under your edge pool. Above
Gotcha.
top.
Composure 9. Yes. Jeez. Okay, here we go. Using the dice roller. 9. I am not edging this. Okay. 3 successes.
You are very uncomfortable, but you're like, and you start grabbing your bag and you start throwing, random things in it, and you're like, okay. And
Your Tamagotchi.
Swearing under your breath, but you are heading for the door.
I'm putting all my most favorite tchotchkes in my hair, so I feel a little more zen.
Okay, so you are, uncomfortable, but you're on your way. And I'm gonna say for the next hour, you actually have a -1 dice pool to social interactions because you fucking just don't want to. Right now.
She keeps poking
Okay.
the icons, but there's no icons. It's just people's chests.
Yeah.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
Matt. So it's a couple hours now. You have pumped all the iron that there is, and you are kind of like signing off. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.
And what does he do?
And now you're off stream. Dude's been sitting there. He's just in the corner. Still there. Working away on his pan. What are you doing?
All right. Well, I guess I would. I'd go up to him, and I guess he said he'd be patient. I take a shower first, so I'm presentable. Then I go meet him.
Okay. He's like, what's
You
your,
cancel that part of the stream. It's only for premium members anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your Orkly fans account has just been updated with the shower video.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You just use a cached one. They won't know the difference.
Yeah. So yeah, he sees you coming. He stands up, kind of like does up his button, straightens his tie, and he's like, "Did you do coffee?"
Why didn't that come through?
Matt, he says to you, "Yeah, do you like coffee?"
Coffee's all right. Coffee's okay. I prefer pre-workout though.
All right. Look, we'll go over to Timmy Solitos. Whatever you want. Grab you a beverage, and we can have a chat. It's a place where discretion will allow us to discuss things. There's like, come with me. It's about a block away. He starts walking. He says, and as he's walking, he starts talking a little. You can tell he's keeping the conversation up, but he's not wanting to get into certain things. But he's like, a friend of mine mentioned that you're looking to do a little bit of transitioning into some different streams of revenue. That's still the case?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking to do something more action-oriented.
Mm-hmm. What sort of translatable experience would you say you have?
Geez, well, I'm good at stunts. I can stand on my head for a long time. I can lift a lot of weight. I can run fast. I know how to put on a suit well. I've got a nice car. Well, actually, my mom has a nice car, but she lets me drive it. One day, though, I'll have a really nice car. That's why I'm trying to broaden my revenue streams. I need money to be able to afford my Eurocar Westwind.
Westwind. Yeah. Yep. I have the West Wind. It's one of my favorite cars among the fleet.
Wow.
You
have me to drive, or I'll help you out.
So when he says that, you kind of step back and you look at him up and down, and you why don't you roll me your social trends and fitness and then fitness and lifestyle. So 5 dice and 4 dice, and let me know what kind of hits come out of that, because they're kind of blending those, I'm going to say.
And I gotta roll over which number?
Oh, I will just not tell you that.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna put it in the chat like that then. So I got a 6 and a 5 and a 1 and a 4 and a 2.
So yeah, so when you
5, well, 5 and up basically.
Yeah, when you're doing the dice roll, you want to have it not. What's it doing there when it's combining them? That's what you want. Yeah, the two successes. Not the Shadowrun 3 style. Not the compounded. Yeah. Anyway, so you got a couple of you got 2 hits. Yeah. Okay, lovely.
Yeah, greater than 5. You want to add greater than 5 at the end.
Yeah, which we got there, right? Oh, look at that. Man, like, it all looks weird to me. Okay, so you just kind of, as you're walking, kind of just as he mentions like the whole Eurocar thing, that kind of piques your interest. You look him up and down, and you're like,
he gets in a Eurocar and drives away at the end.
No. So you look at him and you're like, that is a custom tailored suit. That is a like Gucci belt. That is an Avanti suit. Not only is it custom tailored, it's Avanti. And you're like, those are bespoke shoes. You're like, dude's got some nuyen. He's got some money. And you kind of just like, okay, I need to listen to this guy. That's what comes through your mind, right? Like,
yeah. My jealousy, like, I gotta learn this guy's secrets. I gotta learn how to do what he does.
Yeah. So as he comes to that, you're like, okay, have you done any boxing, martial arts? You done any jiu-jitsu, any competitive stuff?
I did learn a little bit of sword fighting, as a kid. My dad sent me to a school where I learned some fencing, I guess, maybe. But boxing, MMA fighting, yeah, for sure.
And what would you say is your greatest weakness?
What it says, so I figure that's how I learned how to use a sword.
Greatest weakness, leg day. No, just not skip leg day. We don't skip leg day, boys. Okay, it says, so you guys arrive at the shop, and he's like, yeah, we have. It's just drinks, like it's a cafe. Yeah, whatever you want for beverage, it's on me. He walks up to the front and he orders like large coconut milk cafe mocha, please. No whipped cream.
Oh yes, sir. Do you want me to double the flap of soy choy?
You're new here, aren't you? So the milk is down over there. It's the third from the left.
I'm trying to riff on a guy who used to work at Starbucks. This doesn't work.
Double shot of espresso. You steam the milk to 105.
I'm sorry, sir.
That's okay. Everybody's new sometime in their life. Mr. Schwarzenegger, what do you have?
He's just been new a really long time.
I'll just order espresso and pour it into my protein drink, my post-workout protein drink.
So he's kind of talking about like, so you're into MMA, who's your favorite fighter? And you guys talk about some stuff. And you're kind of surprised with how much he knows about, the circuit, and he watches events. You can tell like he's quite a knowledgeable guy. He's like, okay, let's go sit in the back there. So he kind of like nods to someone you can't even see. Kind of reaches, like there's this little panel in the wall, and he kind of reaches around and clicks something that is kind of a hidden door in the good carpentry sense rather than the magic sense, and it pops open, and in the back there's just a well-appointed room that's got one small table with 4 chairs around. He's like, yeah, have a seat.
All right, I go have a seat.
It's like, let me properly introduce myself. My name is Flurp. Flurp Johnson. I work for some powerful people in the city. I have a team of people I've been putting together, starting to work with recently. We're in need of a few extra hands. Someone like yourself may come in handy. Now, the group themselves, some of them know each other. Some of them knew each other before I started working with them. Other ones didn't. They know each other well now. The only way you're getting in is with my introduction. But even at that, you're gonna have to take a bit of a back seat for the first little bit till you gain their trust. But a guy of your talents, I think they will agree, is going to be useful. But here's the thing. What I'm looking for is to add you to a team of people. We're going to be doing some small jobs at first that will increasingly grow. Money at first will be reasonable, but not exorbitant. But the real trick here is I need discretion. And the reason I believe that you're the kind of person who can provide that discretion while also providing the muscle is as much as you have the presence online that you have, I know there are things about you that are not online, that are private. And I'm not going to ask you to expose those, but I'm going to ask you to put what happens on these jobs in that category. So what I want to know is there room for that in your schedule, so to speak?
I don't tell a lot of people my closest workout secrets, so I totally understand. You don't always want people to know the process. The end
that recovery, Jake, is between you and God.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like, okay. All right, we're going to try you out. So listen, I'm going to put you in contact. There's one member of the group that I kind of connect to the others through. She's a bit of a recluse. You probably won't meet her in person more than once in your entire life, if at all. Her name's Bliss. I connect with her. She connects with the rest of the group. So I'll give her your information. Just be patient. She'll reach out to you when she reaches out to you. The next time I meet with the group might be a week from now. It might be a month or two from now. But you hang on. When you hear from someone named Bliss on behalf of Flurp, you go where she tells you to go. Money will be good. It'll be worth your while. There'll be long-term benefits.
All right. Well, if it means living like you live, Mr. Flurf, I'm all in. I'll give you a chance. You can trust me. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Okay, we'll give you a chance. He kind of shoots the shit with you for a little bit, kind of changes the subject. You get the sense after a little bit that he's just making sure he spent enough time in there. Then he kind of offers you a handshake and heads out. Skip forward about 5 weeks. There's Bliss. You get the message. We're gonna go back a week for you or so, Bliss. You get the code from Flurp. You see your one of your sprites who you have monitoring for these things pops up and forwards you the decoded message. It says, gather the friends, meet at the Noodle House, 1 a.m.
Get to the chopper!
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Yeah, 1 a.m. 1 week from today. And he also forward, and then, so there's also another code at the bottom, check Dropbox 2721.
Okay. So this is retro.
Yeah,
This is like, yeah.
This is a week ago.
So I sent out my message to everybody.
Yeah. And so then you check the Dropbox, and there is a personnel profile. It's like a dossier essentially. It's a young male orc, around 25, 2 meters tall, black hair, blue eyes, green skin, mohawk. Is a picture of him posing in a mirror with his phone, like flexing at the gym. He's the role on him is he's a young fitness guru, social media influencer, and then you kind of come down to his like off-book stuff, some skill with blades, honor combat, a little bit of influence. Essentially, he's muscle with a bit of charisma. Instructions at the bottom are contact and invite to meet, expecting your call.
All right, I will do it.
So how do you want to? Yeah, you tell me how you want to reach out to him.
Oh, he looks like trouble. He doesn't look like he knows how to even use a pen.
I mean, he's online a lot.
Yeah, but
He does.
basic glamour shit, like not real. Ah, such a snob. I will just instant message him. I'll IM him. I feel like he's the type of person who would respond to that.
Okay, so Matt Schwarzenegger gets this like it's like not it's a DM essentially comes through your Instaflex account.
Sounds a little like
Instaflex. I like that. All right, well, first of all, I'd be very excited. You know, the day's here. Finally get to prove myself out in the real world, doing some cool stuff. I guess I'd first message back. I'd try to like maybe do like some clumsy code words or whatever. Like, oh no, I'm not that clever. But I'd like try to talk in code or something maybe. Like, is this for the special party? I don't know, something like that.
Okay. So Bliss, you get a message. Is this for the special party?
God help me. God help me. God help me. God help me. I can do this. Yes. Sure.
Yeah. Matt?
Flurf Mr. F invited me many moons ago to a special party where I'd make a lot of money. I won't tell anybody where it is though.
This sounds
I know.
like a really bad drug deal.
Gerald's been to lots of those parties.
Either that or a really bad sex party.
Mr. F. Who else remembers that from Arrested Development?
Yeah.
like on the wristband, Mr. F.
God help me. So I guess just be at the Noodle House. Here's the address. Here's the day and time. Just be there and don't be late.
If a DM could sigh, like a direct message.
Yeah, she's got that built into her messages, auto sigh. Just AI. No, that deserves a sigh. Don't even bother my human controller.
I
pushing the
taught
button.
my DM how like I voice like control it, so I actually talk into it, and it actually writes how I'm talking.
Of course.
You know, because
That's the dots and the emojis and the
absolutely
asterisk size asterisk.
rolled eyes to the sky. So yeah, I just send him the information. I've never dealt with, like, she's thinking to herself, like, what is Flirp doing? I've never dealt with like a pretty boy like this before. Come on.
Well, yeah, maybe it's just for you.
Do you jump on the group chat and start like bad mouthing him to the rest of us?
No, I don't think I'd be that cruel, but I'm definitely like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, we definitely have a WhatsApp account.
What's up? Yeah. Okay. So it's 1 a.m. Everybody's there. Yeah. So you kind of all straggle in,
Hey, man.
saying hello to each other.
I'm guessing this is the shop.
You are there.
Yeah,
Does-
I was already here.
I'm
sitting
assuming
at the
Kat would
table
bring
drinking
me-
sake.
Oh, right. So I wouldn't have gone with you. I would have had to get there on my own.
Out of
Okay.
curiosity, does anyone
No,
else
all you
have
had to do was
astral
call me if you
perception?
needed me.
Sorry, Todd. You're doing a what now?
Sorry, does any of the other people who are magical, does anyone have astral perception or no?
I don't think I do.
Okay,
You
I'm
are
the only one.
But did not buy that feature.
No worries.
You are the one and only astral perceiver, Todd.
We are gonna die. Anyway,
Okay.
Depending on how my vehicle rolls go, everyone might die anyway when I crash the helicopter into this place.
roll for Joppa.
So you can't land that close to it, right? Like there is a spot kind of like a couple of blocks away, which is the closest spot you can put down.
Never tell me the odds.
You've been here before. Like this is where you landed before. Yeah. I'll say like you can handle this unless you decide you're drunk or
No,
stoned.
he's just in a rush. He doesn't want to be late. He's already half
Okay.
an hour late. So
All
he's
right,
going
well-
well over the limit and he's stunt flying.
Okay.
They're on time.
So give me a pilot rotorcraft.
Where the hell's the seating tables at?
And I believe you said Bliss is with. Who's with you? Jay,
So
Adrian's
you're
with
rolling-
you.
Yeah, you're rolling.
I'm trying to figure out who's gonna
Yeah.
die.
10 on that, aren't you, Phil?
I'm not with him this time. It's
Oh, okay, just Jay, Adrian.
Yeah, Adrian is with him. Not me this time.
Rotorcraft, okay.
You get a lot of dice for this, to be fair.
We are.
So yeah,
This-
so as he's like flying, Jay, Adrian's like
Oh, ignore that. Sorry.
you've known him for a while, like you kind of lost touch for quite a number of years, but you've met up again, playing cards, and you're like, man, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice to use physical cards again, right? To shuffle and deal. But now you're in the chopper and you're like, man, he's like being a little crazy right now.
As kind of is expected in our old age.
So
Are you okay? Are you okay this evening?
Yeah, just we're running late. Hold on.
Okay, well, it's okay to be a little late if it's, flying a helicopter. Come on, old girl, just keep it together for us now. And
Yeah.
what's the name of this thing anyway? Did you give this thing a name?
God, I don't remember. What is it?
Bertha,
I think.
Bertha.
That sounds
That's
about
a
right.
good name. Good vehicle to get us safely to where we are going.
So you, Gerald is flying, and there's a bit of weather. There's some rain. There's the odd cloud here and there. You're having to rely a little bit more on sensors than on visual compared to how normally you might. But you've been transitioning to that more often lately, anyways. Your eyesight degrades, so you're kind of okay. You're feeling like, yeah, this is pretty difficult, but tonight I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I'm handling it. This ain't great, but I'm handling it. You kind of beat the threshold by 1 there, so you're good.
Oh, except the threshold's 4 higher.
What?
Because I'm stunt flying. But I get 4 automatic hits to the test if I succeed the stunt. So I have to roll a stunt test.
Oh, okay.
And then if I succeed the stunt, I get the stunt rating in automatic hits to the test. So the flight test.
Oh, so your 3 hits is the secondary part of that.
I'm still not sure what I'm doing, so I'm trying to figure that out as
well. Based on what your rolls are and what I had in my head for what you needed to roll, you're just barely hitting your maneuvers here. You are thinking, oh shit, I might clip that telephone pole. Oh my god, I didn't. That's amazing.
That
you're
looked
like,
awesome. I meant to do that.
You're like, oh my god, bird! Oh shit! And you're just like, hold on. What's the? Is there any police in the area? I'm like, okay, no, we're doing all right. And you're there. You just got to set it down. You kind of like make a couple of attempts to get lined up perfectly, but you do drop it in there.
Bertha feels great, by the way. She loves that shit.
you get out.
She's very happy.
You're so good at flying. I'm so glad you're my pilot. You make me feel like my purpose in life is fulfilled when we're in the sky. So
shut up already.
Shutting up.
He kind of hates that it has a personality.
Okay, so you guys roll in. Gerald, you see radio has just kind of comes up like right before you, kind of looks back and sees you and nods and heads on in. You kind of are coming up to the door, you and Adrian. Anything you want to say to him to preface before you come in there?
I'm tapping on the back of a cigarette pack, and I like one of those long black cigarettes. And that's it.
Harold looks over to you like, put that shit out. What are you trying to make me die early?
Oh. You've lived too long already, old friend.
Okay, so you guys
grumbles and goes in the.
You pull your pants almost all the way up to your nipples, and you head inside.
Yep.
That means you're ready.
Okay. All right. You are all assembled.
My God, I'm picturing the guy from Up.
Let's take
it based on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, and with that, we're going to take a 10-minute break, ladies and gentlemen.
So I'll take that as a compliment. That means I've done my job.
That makes so much sense.
We'll be back at 10. All right. And now we return to the wonderful times of 80? It's a mess. Magic, cyberpunk, but thank God they still have waffles. All right, we're back. Hello, everybody. All the cameras are messed up, but that's okay. So, welcome back, everybody. We're going to be playing some Shadowrun. Let's do it. Take it away, Steve.
Steve, where'd you go, Steve?
I'm still here. I haven't even left at all. Okay. So, our intrepid Shadowrunners have made their way to the House of Nudes and Oodles of Noodles. So you all come in and you gather. You haven't seen each other in person for a couple of months. Nobody's seen Bliss in person for about 6 months, and at that, just the one time.
Not even her best friend.
It's been a while.
No, she's been under the ground. Yeah.
I look almost somewhat more healthy. Like, I've gained like 5 pounds, so I'm like $120 now. It's amazing.
Nice.
I look
Gerald
healthy.
immediately heads off into the bathroom over there. You just hear some muttering about, oh God, I just can't get a good stream anymore. The door closes.
I look around for Bliss and I don't know, any kind of contacts like Flurp or any Johnson type.
Mm-hmm.
I go straight to Kat and just kind of look around like, fuck. Why? Why do we have to do this in person? Why?
Calm down, bud. We got you.
It's just getting worse. It's getting harder every day. I don't know why I have to... Why can't I just do everything from home? You know I have the capability. I just don't get it. Why do you have to see me?
How quiet are you being about that conversation there, Bliss? Is it just you and Kat?
I feel like it's just me and Kat at
That's
this
cool.
point, but who
Just
knows?
curious.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
that
but
I
like
can
you'll walk in and see, right? Like you're not
Yeah.
gonna not notice Bliss.
Oh yeah,
This is a
say
yeah.
hi.
Wait.
You see me a mile away.
Oh yeah,
with
with
the
your
group of
bright
you-
rain. What color's your hair now?
Rainbow.
Nice.
So with the 7 of you in here, you're taking up every seat in the place. Like it's that small. You are all the customers.
Nice.
Yeah.
You like slide into like a bar style seat and you're like talking straight forward to people beside you.
Mhm.
Does this place have all you can eat noodles?
Oh, totally. So, like, as soon as you come in, there's like a little person behind the counter. They're like old school, with like just a white shirt, like chef's uniform, and a kind of a like bent over chef's hat. But it looks like it's clean, but it's probably the only one they have. Is what you think when you look at it, because like it's like frayed here and there, and there's the odd hole in it. But like you can tell they're really trying to keep it like looking good. Someday they'll get a new one, but not this year.
I think about tipping him, but then I remember that I'm broke, so I don't.
But the smells are amazing, and you're like, oh my god, stomach starts rumbling. And so they come over to you, and I say, would you like we have several things on the go. We have some pho, we have some we can whip you up a nice stir fry chow mein, sake, what can I get for you?
Sake.
Send it to the group.
Sake.
All right.
Cheapest price per pound. Bring me
So-
a high volume of noodles and chicken.
He's like the drinks in a meal are covered. So what? So he
I'll tuck in.
just give me a sec. Goes and he gets like a big sake pot with like the little cups and sets it down on the table in the middle of all of you. And then heads off and goes, noodles.
I stack the plate.
You guys get like a bowl of noodles and you're like, it smells good. You think it might be pho or it might, but it might be something else, but it just smells good.
Tofu.
We've all kind of like assembled at like the same sort of table. That part has happened. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Cool. Sit down, look around, be like, is it only people that I recognize, or are like? I guess my question is more to our Urksa. I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, do you gravitate towards this group, or do you like go like that's clearly other people kind of a thing? Like, I'm curious about how that works, right?
I would say my guy's pretty social. He would probably, maybe ask to sit down. I like to think that he probably showed up early too, because he's taking this seriously. So maybe he was like already there, and as he sees people show up, maybe he like comes over trying to be stealthy. Like, are you guys here for the party with Mr. F or something?
There's like
that?
literally no one else
Chatting
here.
with Kat before anyone else showed up.
Yeah.
Was inside.
Yeah. So you two would have seen each other beforehand, like half an hour ago or so.
I'm gonna take a close look at our new. I'm assuming I recognize most of the people here.
Yeah, so you recognize.
But I'm gonna take a close astral look at Orc Boy, the big new bodybuilder guy, and also that the other old guy with Gerald. I may have already met him though at one point.
Okay, so give me an astral perceiving test.
Sure thing.
As he does that, I'm gonna lay down a nice tip for the guy that served us. Even though the meal is like comped and stuff like that, I'm gonna give him like quite a generous tip.
Okay, he's like super appreciative. Like, oh, wonderful, wonderful.
I got
Gives you an
2
extra-
hits.
Gives you a bowl of fortune cookies. It's like, thank you. What'd you say, Todd?
I got 2 hits.
So neither of them are magical. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Neither. Yeah, I thought so. Had it right. Neither of them are magical. You see a bit of. You can detect a bit of cyber in the orc. But
And
nothing.
I
crazy.
don't think for 2 hits I would get like a mood or anything, but I'll definitely kind of clock him just because it's a new face, The
Yeah.
big guy especially. The older guy, I feel like I've met Adrian once before because I hang out at Gerald's sometimes.
You probably are putting 2 and 2 together that this is someone that's been mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it. Let's say that.
So I'm actually going to walk up to Adrian and be like, it's Adam. What? Adrian. I'm sorry. You can call me Mac.
Mac. Nice to meet you, Mac.
Nice to meet you. I think I saw you on the way over at Gerald's that one time. So good to see you, dude.
Mm-hmm. It's very possible that we have met before, sir.
Yeah.
We're all
Anyway.
the same party here.
Oh, hey,
Part
radio.
of this whole comp sitch. Hey, Mac, how you doing? I
Seems
am.
like the cat's out of the bag, as they say.
You feeling okay there, radio?
Bad as good as always.
Yeah.
Okay, can we just, get
Yo,
this done? Let's
like,
just do this.
Cracks the helmet and pulls it off to reveal her like messed up face and head.
I
Just
managed
like,
not to
All right, this is
flinch.
everybody. Let's take off the helmet now. That this is everyone, right? But just like, yeah, we get that sort of, if that was the movie, right, dramatic like reveal of like yeah, about as good as usual, and just have this.
We get like a Mad Max mutant
skull,
underneath,
completely hairless. Yeah.
When Bliss walks in, I'll walk over and give her a hug, knowing how nervous she is in the beginning. You all
She
right?
kind of, yeah, huh?
I know you don't want to be out, but it's something we need to do. Just calm down. We got your back.
Let's just do this, okay? We're here, right? We're all here. Let's go.
So you guys are.
Who's this new guy?
You guys are chatting, and so the door opens, and if you kind of look there, you're seeing someone's back as they're. By the time you look, you're seeing their back closing the door, flicking the lock, and turning the sign to closed, and then. Anyone who wants to do a quick perception test at that point.
Mine'll still be astral if that's all right.
Yep.
Definitely.
I'm okay at that. Feels like a thing I would do.
Nice.
Dos.
Let's make
So
sure
just
that
a quick
factored
note
in.
here. When I'm reading my character sheet, the number I want is the one on the left next to die, right? Not the one on the right next to the skill.
Correct.
Right on.
For perception, yeah, you're rolling 6.
For me, I've got a 4 success.
I suck.
Yeah, believe it or not, Hero Lab does make these character sheets a little easier. I know it doesn't seem like it, but it is.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know.
I've got to change the background on that because I can't tell who's rolling unless I look really closely. Yeah, the dark theme is not helping me right now. Anyway, okay, so
not well optimized. Yeah, on Roll20.
Yeah. If I highlight it, yeah, there you go. So Matt, your character is just like, oh, there's a person. Okay. And then Kat, you like, oh, that's an interesting, like, retro Adidas jumpsuit that person has on. Those are some white sneakers. Wow. Adrian's like, wow, that person is dressing like quite the. Wow, that's like 90s Woodbridge attire right there. He's going down to the coffee time with that stuff. He's probably got a Momo steering wheel. Jeez.
What are we trying to perceive?
We're checking out the Johnson as they come in. Well, whoever it is.
Bella, you're like, wow, that's a weird disguise for you, Flurb. But you don't say that out loud. And then, yeah, Gerald's peeing. So he turns around and he kind of like, as soon as he turns around, everyone gets his face. Like, oh, man, he pulls the glasses off. You're like, Flurb, all right. And so he kind of, bring everybody in here. All around the table. He comes in. There he is. He kind of nods. Radio. Cat. Bliss. Thank you, Bliss. Mac. Good to see you looking well. See you looking well. Where is Gerald? I don't see Gerald.
I just point to the bathroom.
Is that him? Figures, Gerald. Adrian, I see that you managed to catch a ride with Gerald. Welcome. I appreciate you attending. Have you introduced yourselves? Just for those of you who, haven't met, I have done a little bit of work expanding the size of this group who's going to be in this little circle. I did feel the necessity to have a little extra skill on board for certain things I'm going to ask you to do. So this is Adrian, And we also have someone new to the team who I will not force you to accept, but I encourage you to. This is Mr. Schwarzenegger. I believe I believe he appreciates being called the Green Streak.
I think we can tell what your skills are, sir.
We're gonna cut that short. Greenie.
My skills are in discretion and subtlety, I assure you. And I pull up my hood.
It barely fits.
Well, very good.
Are you mocking me?
By no means, sir. I take this very seriously. This is my ticket to the Eurocar Westwind.
Can't
That's
take
a
life
madam
too
to you.
seriously now.
Sorry, Donnie, I didn't hear you.
That is a madam to you.
Jeez. Sorry, madam.
That's okay. I thought that. Sorry, I'm awake now. I thought the same thing when I first met her. I can't tell.
Hey,
so
Gerald,
when you
zip it.
When you come
Zip
out
it
of
up.
the when you come
you're
out of the
flying low.
bathroom, you see Flurp, and he's kind of like he comes around the group too, and he's like, I got a guy who's got a guy. Here's his number. He kind of types it onto his pen, swipes it over to you. Any scripts you need off the books. Like I'm getting up there in my age too, and sometimes I kind of have to go in the night too many times. Just talk to him. He'll get you covered.
Yeah. Thanks so much. He tears it up.
Like right in front of him.
Like obviously, as he's saying, like, yeah, thanks so much. I really appreciate that.
He kind of chuckles and he's like, "A guy's got to do what a guy's got to do."
Listen, I make my own, okay?
Oh, maybe you're the guy. I need to be a guy. All right, listen, everyone. I don't have a lot of time. He kind of looks. Has everyone got what they need? Food, drink. Yeah. So he looks at the counter. He goes, waves the guy off. He actually like goes out the front door, locks it behind him, and leaves. The shop owner. So like now you're in here alone. Then he kind of looks at Bliss and he's like, I know this is difficult for you, but I appreciate you being here.
Did I do something to piss you off?
Of course not, sweetheart. But there are certain times when, as much as I trust you, it's the rest of the world I don't trust. That's the only reason why we're here. And the food's good. You gotta admit that. Listen, so since I saw the others of you last, things have moved. You might call it at glacial pace, but they've moved along. As I made you guys aware last time we got together, my capo is quite determined to take out our boss and our consigliere. One of the things I discovered, and Bliss, I believe, made you aware of this, is that whatever his plot is, I don't know what it is, but I have a pretty good. I'm pretty sure that he's getting help from other families. I can't prove any of that, but it's one of those things. One of those hunches that are really good hunches, if that makes any sense to you. And in my kind of career, sometimes that's all you get to go on.
I've been looking. I've been trying to find anything I can find on to make the connection. If it was there, I'd find it.
Well, I believe it's there, but I also can understand that you wouldn't find it. I mean, like as much cloak and dagger as it seems us meeting here, this is nothing compared to what a lot of what we do. I'm actually intentionally being a little more risky because the people I work with know what I do to keep things secret, right? This is much less secretive of a maneuver for me than some of the other things. But anyway, I got something coming up that I think is going to help get the ball rolling and start peeling back some of these layers we need to peel back. Crandall's asked me, and he's asked me, Kyle, and Ferguson if for one of us to organize an asset relocation. So I jumped on it because the details of this one I think will work well for getting you guys in the door. It's kind of almost similar to what we had you do in that last job earlier in the year in some ways, but quite different in others. We need you guys to steal something and plant it somewhere else. So the thing is, though, now this is why I caught wind of it. This is why I think this is going to work. What Crandall wants is to essentially steal from ourselves in a way. We have a shipment of a bunch of stuff that's kind of legal, quasi-legal, totally illegal mixed together, right? Which is, of course, how we ship almost everything. This is we'll get into what the stuff is a little bit later, but the idea is take this shipment in transit, redirect it, and then plant it. It's very clear. So the way he described it to us was it was a delivery, but then when I started looking into where it's got to go, it ain't a delivery. The job was to leave the stolen goods in a specific warehouse. Well, what he doesn't know is that I know things he doesn't want me to know. The warehouse is owned and operated by a family that we are rivals with, which is a Yakuza family. So here's what I need you guys to do. I need you guys to intercept this shipment and fake planting it where he wants you to plant it. I've done a little bit of work, kind of recreating essentially a stand-in for the warehouse that you were supposed to drop in. So instead of dropping the shipment in their territory, framing them for the steal, we're just going to drop it in our own. Then the plan is, a little while later, my plan, a little while later, is you guys are going to miraculously recover the stolen goods and deliver them to their original intended drop, where the family wanted them to go. So, to be clear about that.
So it's your classic bait and switch with the switch of the bait, with your baiting and your mastering the switch of the bait.
So our consigliere Alfonso, this is his thing. He handed down. He hands out who's doing what to the capos. Crandall jumped on this one. Other jobs went to Tony and Gary and Barney. And then it gets dropped down to either Ferguson, myself, or Kyle. I took it. And then, so this one, amongst all the other jobs I've done the last little while, this one seemed like it would work. Because this is the one where I kind of caught wind that it seems to me like this is Crandall starting to lay the groundwork to make his move. Most of the other shit that's come through the last couple of months has been above board. Well, above board for us. But this is, because I know what's going on, comes across to me as being very obviously the start of his play to try to take down Squalid Piano and Alfonso Donkey. Those of you who yeah.
Steve, did you mention was it Barney that you just mentioned?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
At the mention of Barney, you're gonna see Bliss kind of make a face or kind of have a reaction to that and just be like, we don't have to go back to El Salvador again, do we?
You don't know. No, were you looking forward to? Oh,
no,
Barney?
don't send me there, please. Don't send me there.
Was that guy's name? Was he also a Barney?
Yeah.
Oh, hilarious. Totally different Barney.
I know,
That is
but
Barney Stinson. This is Barney Tagliati.
no, I know, but to her, the name now absolutely.
She has Barney
Feels-
PTSD.
It's
PTSD of Barney's.
I mean, to be fair, who doesn't?
I mean, add that to your character sheet as a flaw.
Barney PTSD.
Barney, the name Barney just gets under her skin. Like that.
I
But you
feel
would-
like that's part of the reason I'm more of a recluse now. That trip fucked me.
Wasn't good.
It was not good. No. So
So
just wanted to tie those in.
No, that was good. I like that. Yeah. So no, that's Barney. You kind of sees that, and you're like, and he just kind of Tagliati mentions that name, and you're like, oh yeah, different Barney. Ugh. Still shivers.
I feel like I missed something while I was on walkabout. But it's
Oh,
all
yeah,
good.
You missed El Salvador. It was scary. So anyway, I know I'm kind of beating around the bush a little bit. Listen, here's the timing. So there's a truck coming in. It's coming in from the east, obviously, because it's a truck. It's supposed to arrive in 4 days from now. But the info that we got is the route it's going to take. The plan is to intercept it early. Essentially, you can do how you want to do. You can either just take the vehicle and drop the stuff and leave it as a whole. You can transfer the goods to another container, whatever you want to do. But what we need is proof that this shipment you're intercepting ends up in that Yakuza warehouse. Now, we're going to fake that proof, but that's a later step in the process. So here's the info. He passes it on digitally to you. You can kind of look up in a few days. Yeah, there's this truck coming in on the interstate. It's based
Manned or
on
unmanned.
It's manned. There's yeah. So
Well, with any
you
luck,
asking that?
I can convince the driver to walk away.
Yeah. So the expected threat report is that there's expected to be it's rigged. There is going to be probably magical support and muscle, but probably no more than 4 people, just based on that's all the vehicle can carry in terms of passengers. It may or may not be escorted. That information isn't there.
Well, if they came
So,
across
I mean,
Arizona, they're going to need to make sure they're protected. I mean, formerly Arizona.
So he's like, that's going to be a risk. Here's the next risk. You're going to need to take this thing through Yakuza territory, and you're going to need to be seen doing it. You're going to need to go by this address and spend some time there. Points out an address. Then he's like, then you're going to need to somehow sneak this stuff to this address. Gives you another address, which is kind of close by where you guys would have made the drop of the Invisicrate, but not exactly there. And then he's like, and then it's got to sit there for a while. And when it's there, I'll know, and I'll contact you, and we'll talk about the timing of making this stuff reappear. He's like, as usual, there's a bit up front. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, here's a couple thousand million each. He drops it out to you. Each of you instantly get $2,000. He's like, this is not this is not a cheap job, so you're going to get 10 on the back end. But it's going to take you a bit of time, so that's why it's going to be 10 on the back end. Any shit comes up, here's a list of people you want to let me know about if you run into. He passes you a few names. Bliss, you have Yakuza contacts.
And of course, they're right at the top of the list.
do.
Fucking Barney.
Oh yeah.
Goddamn Barney. Motherfucker.
And I'm just like, who's Barney?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't recognize any of them specifically, but he's like, this is the Yakuza Capo, equivalent of Capo. They call him something different. I can't remember. And these are the guys. These are his guys, right? So he gives you 4 names. This is their little chunk of territory where this warehouse is. So, like, how to avoid them, I can't tell you. I don't go there. I'm known. I can't go there. You guys are not well enough known. You can go there. Not like you want to spend time there. But this is part of why it's you and not me.
I guess I gotta brush up on my Japanese.
Any questions, comments?
No problem. I got you covered there. I do speak Japanese.
Oh, so do I. Just been a little while, few months.
Can you help us out with any gear and equipment we may need?
Not immediately. I can point you in the right direction, but the best I can do for you in short notice is a discount.
All right, and I'm sure you know people that we could see if we needed something.
Is this the standard seniors discount or the extra special seniors discount?
He's like, yeah, you really got to work those discounts. I mean, otherwise, what's the point of getting old, right?
I mean, you'll understand someday.
Maybe.
I'm one of the lucky ones. Yeah. He's probably mid-40s in your guess. Right? So he's not young, but he's not old. Yeah.
Or as my kids would say, ancient.
All right, boys and girls, children of all ages. Any further questions?
You sure you don't want me to take care of this my way?
What would your way be?
He's history, dude. He's history.
Crandall?
Bingo.
Yeah. No, that benefits
Where
no
there's
one.
a will, there's a way.
Well, at some point, yeah, that's gonna happen. But there's things to be done first.
If we do it too soon, he'll become a martyr. We don't want to do that. That'll start the war quicker.
That's a part of it. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, with that, I'll take my leave of you. You know what, Bliss, you know how to get a hold of me if you absolutely have to. I will say, though, for the next little while, my responses can't be quick.
That's why you're
All
going
right.
to external help.
All right. I'm out of here. He takes off, locks the door behind him. It's like, well, before he goes, he's like, don't stick around too long.
Who's going to lock the door behind us?
Lock, Flurp.
This.
I am going to go up to Gerald and be like, hey, Gerald, it is kind of cool to see you, man. Guess
Yeah.
what? I have a new party trick.
Oh. I always love your party tricks.
Yeah. I can do my thing now without going into trance. You don't have to babysit me no more.
Oh, that sucks.
Sorry, man. I know you enjoyed babysitting me.
I just loved looking at your sleeping form.
Well, you know, it is a pretty cute meat suit, but yeah, I upgraded. You know.
That means I don't have to protect you anymore?
No.
Damn it.
Sorry, guys.
Matt, your character when
I got myself a better meat
I
suit.
mean, it sounds good to me.
Matt, your character when she says the words "cute meat suit," you get that it's a bit of a double entendre for like young teenage loungewear.
Okay.
Bliss, you just realize after the fact that that's the joke you made. You're like, oh shit, cute meat suit. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have a bit of data you can sift through. You probably don't want to stick around here too long.
Well,
so yeah,
I
say we hunker down in Gerald's
Gerald's ride.
chopper and yeah,
I mean, as we're walking out, keeping our voices down,
do some plan.
swap the pans and everything so we can do radio comms.
I feel what we need to do is order lots of pizza, get munchies, go somewhere and come up with a plan.
We're really good at this pizza pie plan.
Well, why
We
don't
use a lot.
I fly? Let's go get some pizza.
And we'll stop at the 712.
All right, so on the way,
Wrong with the 40 and 8.
we grab some stuff. I'm just shocked I have 1,000 new yen to my name, and I'm just going to, as we get closer, I'm going to just take a real close look at each of us, just to sense everybody, see the general state, see how they're doing. I noticed Bliss was feeling pretty uncomfortable being out and about now. I think. Well, I guess it depends on my role.
Point of order, was it 1 or 2? I thought it was
2,000.
2 in front. Okay, great. Make sure you get that, Todd.
Oh, 2. Damn.
Mac, that was 2,000 each.
yeah.
Nice. I got
Mac
5
just
hits on the
forgets and
sense.
Leaves $1,000 on the table.
It walks away.
Wait a second, guys! I gotta go back. Yeah.
The,
I have
the
a
whole
feeling
run.
that's why Mac is always breaking even or flush, like broke. Because, I mean, $1,000. Wow.
Okay, so you guys take a quick flight. You grab some pizza. Whose place are you going to?
I'm driving.
Just in the
Oh,
chopper.
Yeah. Yeah. So whose place? Where's your destination, though? That was the real question.
Pizza place.
But after that,
Well, after that, I feel like
Another pizza
Bliss
place.
would want everybody to come to her place because she has high security and
And
they
you-
can talk
Yeah.
Or we
without
could go to a
being
hotel.
heard.
Yeah, we've met there before, and
Yeah.
we get to go over all the people we've been dumped with on some good
And she
monitors.
really wants to be home where she's comfortable and feels safe.
Dude,
Yeah, let's do
rough
that.
here.
I'm a little iffy on the details. He went on a bit long.
It was, yeah, he was a bit off from normal. But then again, I'm a bit off. So maybe I wasn't perceiving that very carefully. Anyway, and I sent directions. Well, Kat knows where I live, so I would have just said meet us there. Because I know she
Anybody
doesn't like
needs
to
a
leave
ride.
her
I got
vehicle.
room for one.
Well, Armag's very excited to be in a helicopter, so I'm probably looking at every button and switch I can in there.
I'll slap
It's-
his hand
it's
away
like
from
a
some
map,
controls once in a while.
Like,
Don't touch that.
twin-blade cargo chopper.
You know, I know we're supposed to be
Or would
secret
probably
here, but can I put this on my stream? People love helicopter rides.
And I'm gonna literally turn
Just don't
around with
stream
a gas look like, are you fucking kidding?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
And the helmet goes back on.
Okay. Did that change of scene happen for you guys on Roll20?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't look, but I do see that that's the case.
Yes.
And you got my van.
Yeah. The helicopter. I could find the helicopter, but let's just assume that it's there. Okay,
It's
so
somewhere
this
nearby
is
now.
so you
Cat's
guys-
van.
So you guys come in here. Oh no, Flurpy's not there. Get out.
No.
So you guys come in. Bliss, this is your like crazy ass. All the screens set up. So I don't know if you guys can move yourselves around at all. Probably not. But
Yep, I can move myself.
Yeah.
I'm still not.
I'm gonna go to my happy place right there. Right where I can start connecting in.
I love what you've done with the place, Bliss. It's really electric.
Is that sarcastic?
I would not want your bills. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so you, Matt and Jay, you guys should be able to move your little guys there.
Assume I pay for all this?
Hey, you got to show me that trick sometime.
That is there. Donnie, do you have control of that?
I do.
Control by yeah.
That's
Okay.
why I was over here.
Nice. Oh, okay. Just making sure. Okay, so yeah, you guys are here. So Bliss, if you want, you can display all this data up here. How do you want to dig into it? What do you want to look at first?
I feel like she'd want to go. Is there any back code that we could look at to see if there's any things that aren't necessarily, because you know how you can look at, like when you look at data, you've got the data that's up front and intended for viewing, and then
You want to inspect the web page.
I want to inspect behind the scenes.
And so do some fancy rolling.
What do you need from me? Well, I guess first I should probably start with a what do you call it?
Knowledge.
Matrix. No.
Computers?
Nope. Before that, I want to do Matrix. No, not a Matrix perception. Motherfucker, fucker. What is?
Agility to find the power button.
Oh,
here it is.
Perception.
Buddy.
Any key.
Yeah.
Where's the any key?
Background. Computer's background.
Yeah, so roll me that.
Gerald. God damn you.
It's a new kid. What's the deal? You look fresh.
Talking to Green Schwarzenegger, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying then.
I'm a little quiet with this voice. It's a new
Two
kid.
successes.
What's your deal? Seem pretty fresh.
Well, I've been training my whole life to be in action movies. Vintage actor Arnold Schwarzenegger is my idol. He was in movies about 100 years ago, but no one's ever topped him.
Oh, back in the 2D days. Oh, weird.
Yeah, exactly. Back in the 2D days, and I want to bring that kind of energy and high octane action.
Hey,
That
I
was
remember
a
Arnold
hard
Schwarzenegger. I liked his movies.
Did you know he was also one-time prime
Streak is
minister?
his stage name. Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said again.
I said, did you know also at one time he was prime minister?
Yeah, I heard about that. Apparently, he was a great political leader as well as a great warrior.
They called him Conan the Conservative.
Well, I thought that this was going to be like, like maybe a bodyguard job or something. But are you guys shadow runners?
I have been called worse.
Hey guys. He looks around the room. Everyone except Green Streak. So how much you guys want to bet that he doesn't make it out of here?
Look, kid, you need at least a better handle than
I'll put
Green
down
streak. That's
1,000
what-
UN.
I'm not saying that.
What do you mean? I'm mean, I'm green, I'm fast. Green streak, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's got to
Green
be
is right.
Snapster.
It's kind of reminds me of
Is correct.
a phlegm ball on a winter's afternoon steaming through the air.
I just need something faster. Cut it down to one sound. And yeah, Adrian, is that what you want to tell you too?
That's yeah.
That's
Is that a handle? We
It's a
shouldn't use real
name,
names.
Adrian.
Yeah.
Adrian's a great name.
Oh,
If you
keep
don't think I'm
rolling?
fast,
Oh,
I
okay.
can-
Yeah, I'll just watch them as everyone's talking. It's all good.
Okay, so then I'll do my computers then?
Yeah, we're just going.
Or should I do compiling?
Be
So let
computer.
me get this straight. We got to intercept a
computer?
truck and take some product and get the product into the Yakuza's warehouse. That's phase one.
So we basically have to steal the same cargo twice. Once make it obvious, and once do it stealth.
Hey, you getting it?
Well, half of it is like
2.
dummy cargo, right? And that's already set up. We don't have to like set that up ourselves, do we? That's been supplied, I think.
Well,
Headache.
I'm guessing a lot of that information is going to be in this data.
So when you say we want to make something obvious, do you say we want to do the first job almost like a smash and grab? Because if you know anything, you know that gangsters like to talk like hens. And if they hear that there was a job and it was like a, if we make it obvious, if we make it smash and grab, then the legend of it should probably grow.
I'm all on board for that plan. We should be doing legendary actions that everybody hears about. Or
Yeah, he's definitely going to die.
Yeah, we might have to kill him. I say that only to Gerald.
Oh my god.
Hey, listen, guys, I don't have a lot of experience, but anything I try, I'm the best at it. Just give me a chance, I'll show you.
Okay, so while you guys are shooting the shit
Go to
back
the store and get us all coffee.
or talking,
I want to show off my running skills and just start doing laps around the computer room.
I'm with Adrian. I need a double there, GS.
At that, I'm probably, like eating lots of chips and candy while I'm there as well. Like we went to 7-Eleven and it's like nerds and sour keys and like bags of chips and bottles of pop and stuff like that.
Just finished a whole bag.
Nice.
I've got 6 bags.
Don't need
got
any more
their own-
candy than that.
I got Cool Ranch.
Okay, dudes. GM jumping back in here.
Happen.
Please cut us off. You guys are fucking around for a bit, and Bella's doing her thing. Bliss is doing her thing, and so Bella, what Bliss gets is that you roll enough to know that there's nothing like buried in there. It's just surface data. You can look into metadata to see like where it came from, but there's nothing like hidden per se.
Right.
So if you want to just
Well,
display it
yeah.
all for what it is on the surface,
I
that's
will.
pretty much what there is. And you get the sense that it was like just loaded on to like it was just loaded into the file folder to be as plain as possible, right?
Okay.
So you have a vehicle description, license plate, VIN number. It's its scheduled departure time from a transit hub, about a couple of days drive east. So it's basically coming fully cross country from the East Coast around like New York. and it's getting shipped to Seattle. Basically, driving straight through. Right, there's a crew of a couple of drivers, most likely. Like that. Like that's the expected. Is that there's a couple of drivers because it's not scheduled to stop, right? And
What does it take them? How long to drive?
a couple days, like 36 hours, approximately.
That's probably about right.
Right. So over. Yeah. So rounding. Like it's
They're
gonna
literally
start,
only
finish.
stopping for gas.
Yeah. Like about 36 hours of nonstop driving, right?
50
and
hours.
what's that?
I'm fair. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Todd.
Oh, I was going to say I'm fairly logical. I'm going to do the quick calculation as to what time should they be getting. We probably want to take them out of the city, right, guys? We don't want to deal with
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to do it on like the country roads.
Yeah, and we got Chopper Boy here, so we can maybe like do the classic train heist.
Oh yeah, we need to get out of the city.
Gerald,
Stuff out there.
you remember that you have a really cool piece of equipment you came into the possession of months or so ago.
Yeah, I got lots of good stuff.
So what else is in there? Yeah, so there's the address of the warehouse where you are. So there's an address where the shipment is registered to be going to, which is a food distribution hub. And then there's the address, the information. This is very clearly Flurp adding to the file, saying, okay, here is where Alfonso directed that the shipment be placed when we steal it, which is one address. Here's the address. He gives you another address, like underneath where Crandall wants it redirected to in Yakuza territory. And then there's another address where Flurp is telling you to hide it. And that's all in there. So you can pinpoint all of that stuff. You can throw it up on your Google Maps. And that's basically it.
They were gonna like have any type of rest stop or anywhere where they're gonna get gas or anything like that.
That's not listed. Like if you look along the route, you could probably determine a few logical points, but the problem is none of that's scheduled. So you could do a bit of math. You could look up the make and model of the vehicle, the tank size, the fuel efficiency. You could do some guesswork.
I'd assist with that. I did pretty good in school, so I'm good with the logic as well.
So yeah,
Do we know what the vehicle looks like?
No, it's a standard transport rig.
So we would
We
know.
don't have
like,
the
the
specific
time that
description
it
on it?
left.
Yeah, you do. You have like a VIN, so you could look up the make and model of the vehicle. But it's white. The like so it's a Volvo, tractor trailer, but just the tractor thing, right? The trailer's going to be something, which is client provided.
We should be able to sort of get a
reason I'm
pretty good
asking-
sense of like the first spot that they would have to stop for gas, maybe.
If somebody wants to do the rolls on that, I can tell you how much you are.
I'll roll for
successfully
math.
calculate.
We know
Good.
what route they're going to be taking, right?
Most likely, yes.
Yeah.
Their planned route is there.
I'm just
And
checking
we've
to see
got
if any of
4
my
days?
knowledge goes.
They're scheduled to. Their scheduled dock time is in 4 days, right? Because you have to
We
you
should
know
do
it's
it
a
in
very
reverse,
busy
close to here.
distribution hub. You actually have to book time to unload, and so their unloading time is booked for 4 days from now. Yeah,
And do we need to get it before they get to the dock?
Yeah.
Yes. Bliss.
Well, that's up to you, but I mean,
Yeah.
Can you modify my van? You can track me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drive out a day out further and intercept the eyeball on them, and you can figure out from there.
That's a good idea. We could do
can
2
go out
squads.
2 days.
Vehicle
2 days,
and
then
chopper.
I'll track them.
Yeah.
I'll get their gas pattern.
All right.
That's a
And
good idea.
I
You
can-
shouldn't go alone, though.
I can send with you. I can give you a couple of these little drones here, put them in the back of your van, and I can be there with you remotely.
Well, I have room for one other person as well if need be.
I've
Anybody wants
got
to
vehicle
volunteer with me?
empathy. Would that help me figure out what kind of gas mileage or anything this thing might use, like the kind of driving pattern that might go into it?
That's why I'm going to go out and intercept them myself. I'm not going to do the interception of the product. I want to intercept them and track them.
It's a
And
good
then
idea.
find out
you
how
were
long
going
it
to
is
do
and
some
get
math.
them.
Sorry, Jay, you're cutting out there.
Sorry, like maybe if we get their gas pattern, then we're gonna know like a place where they're gonna have to stop eventually to get gas and maybe get
Right,
some food.
that's-
and
Bingo.
That's my aim.
And
ambush them
plan
there.
B is you can always take out their tires, so they have to pull over.
And
Yeah.
we can already track them. Likely, it's rigor adapted, so it's already.
We also
online.
need to know
So
if
we
they've got
know the,
escort.
We know the VIN. We know it's rigor adapted. We can just hook in.
I
We
do
also
think it's
need
good
to
to
know
get
if they
eyes.
have escort with them.
It is good to get eyes.
Yeah.
And actually,
If they're
speaking
by
of which,
themselves, okay. But if they've got people following them, we need to know this kind of stuff.
and I'm gonna go with you
Wow.
there, Kat, because here's the thing: you can't look up. You can't look up at an aura or a companion spirit unless you're actually there. So I'm gonna go with Kat in the van.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
So step 1 here, in this intercept, it's like not what you're doing, just like in general. We are actually, I guess not actually posing because we're actually doing it, but like we're stealing this stuff and making it look like we stole this stuff, right?
Yes.
Well, not that we stole it, but yeah.
That it was stolen.
Sure,
yeah.
but it's not like we need to redirect it in such a way that like the people involved aren't like
Actually,
aware
if
that it
it's
got
supposed to be the
stolen.
Yakuza,
That's fine.
that's a great point.
Well, you know,
if it's supposed to be the X, we have to look like the X.
Yeah.
Well, if we make sure that we leave one of them alive, then definitely word will get out that it was stolen.
Wait, radio. Put your helmet on for a sec.
Yeah.
Can you get more of those helmet things? Because we could make it look like it's a squad that's attacking them.
I mean, they're just helmets. Mine's a little knotted from my skull, but that's about it.
All right. Let's see about picking up some ballistic helmet type things so that we can look more like we're the yaks and facial blah blah blah.
Well, they're.
I don't know why you aren't already all wearing helmets.
That's a good point.
Don't get shot in the head, idiot.
Well, they're all.
I have
planning
this. I pull up my
I'm
respirator.
gonna be modifying Cat's van,
Okay, what do you want
giving
to
it
do?
some good shit. You know, faster.
We don't need
What else
faster.
do you want? What else do you want?
See,
Oh, but
yeah,
I
we
will
need
do
faster.
faster.
We need computer equipment on board that you can actually track.
Oh, I'll
We
definitely.
can,
be
You're not
doing
an
verb-
faster,
engineer,
we can
though, dude.
verbally speak with one another if need be.
That stuff's like a given. You don't actually need to do anything for that. Like your calm, your pans
Yeah, I've already.
that like
Yeah,
By,
I mean, you're not a mechanic. You're not souping it up or anything. But it's I picture you're basically just like doing maintenance. Be like, are the things I still working? Connect anything that has like since been deactivated in your like 6-month hiatus. That's not hiatus, but
Yeah.
undergrounded. Yeah.
If you're trying to do any physical modification, the person to ask is Gerald.
It does have rigor interface.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, keeping track of each other is. I'm not even going to make you roll for that. That's easy. But it's So
Modify the van that there's cameras on board that you can see through. I can be driving and following it, and you can see what I'm doing.
That's easy.
yeah, that's already there with the rigor adapt. If it's rigor adapted,
I feel like I remember us using those last mission.
So you're just essentially Donnie
On
at
the
this
van?
point. Yeah, it has
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Bliss can basically see out of any of our eyes at any given time. I think any
Yeah,
of us
I can.
really. If you have image link tech, if we're like,
I only have it on my goggles.
I got on contacts.
Speaking of which,
Oh,
I
and my
have to
contacts.
get
Yeah.
new guy rigged up to make sure that he's well, actually both new guys. Well, I feel like I don't know, Adrian worked with us at all before, or just you, Gerald? Like, do I need to get Adrian all sorted out too?
Yeah.
We're re-upping anything anyway, right? It's not like
Yeah.
Radio. I'm going to get the name of the police. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Bella. I'm not going to make Bliss even roll for that stuff. That's just very. But at
That's
this point
what
in
Bliss does.
her career,
Yeah.
it's like snap of the fingers, not even thinking about it. Sprites can take care of it. What I want to know is who wants to like do the calculations on what you think is most
Mine.
likely going to happen with this vehicle on its way. Where is it going to need to stop and not
Yeah,
stop on its
Gerald
way?
will do that.
Okay. So
If I
you-
can somehow
It's
assist,
not
I will.
unlike planning a flight plan.
Sure.
Could we conjure up like a tourist type map,
So-
like a map like some tourist would take that would show all the like food stops and gas stations and things like that?
I'll use my navigation active skill.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's navigation active skill. And then so Bliss, can you give me just a computer test to pull up
Street
the
computer?
technical specs of the vehicle, and then Phil, whatever hits she gets on that, you can add to your dice roll for the navigation computation.
Okay, I rolled 2 successes already, but we can add a couple more.
Add 2 more.
Both hits, or
I'm just going to check their math.
Four
So
altogether.
with 4, essentially, you can see the vehicle's got a maximum range where it can do 1,200 miles on a full tank under maximum load. Under unloaded, it's going to do maybe 1,600. So it's going to have to stop at the most 3, maybe 4 times. So if you to fuel, right? So if you calculate that, and then add in the likelihood of idling for traffic, it's going to hit traffic somewhere. You can create kind of like a stretch of 200 to 300 miles here. It might need to stop somewhere there. Same thing, 200-300 miles here, 200-300 miles there. It's probably going to have to stop in somewhere along the route in these 3 or 4 areas.
So we basically get a Venn diagram on the map.
Yeah. So it's not, and you can only be so precise because all of this is estimates, right? There's so many variables on a 3,600 mile journey.
Well,
Meanwhile,
if we always have eyes on it, then we should kind of be able to get ahead of where we think they're going to stop with the helicopter. Like we can almost have like the team in the helicopter, like, okay, they didn't stop at this one. Let's helicopter to the next possible location where they're going to stop and be ahead of them that way.
Well, hold on now. You gonna pay for that?
that's a lot of fuel.
I just got 2,000 new ones. And if we pull this job off, we'll get 10,000 more. I don't mind chipping in for gas.
I mean, it might be 10 grand in fuel between the two stops.
Like legit, that's a lot of aviation fuel.
That's why the truck is in play.
Yeah.
Don't want to draw that much attention. Let the cat get the sight line first. Go from there.
I think that's the best plan.
Let me also find out if they have escorts.
Yeah.
If there's somebody packing with them, we need to know.
Just before we jump and go on the road trip, though, I do want to get from radio where they picked up their helmet, and I'll go pick up a helmet, unless it's totally... Actually, I'll pick up helmets.
I don't have, like, a fancy shop name ready for you. If anyone wants to pick up one, go for it. But, like, their availability 2 and 100 new yen. Everyone should have a helmet. There's just... Buy a helmet, everyone!
I'm going to go a little fancy and try to get an actual ballistic mask.
I've already got a ballista mask.
For capacity, if you want to like trick them out with stuff.
Actually, that's true. Maybe a bike helmet might work best.
Yeah. So, like, Mac asks Radio that question, and Radio just is like, oh my god. Pulls up the pen and does it like this. Google.com. Motorcycle helmet sales.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can give you where I went. But, like, you know, it's not. I'm just saying I don't have anything special for it. It shouldn't be hard, right? Yeah.
Fair.
And meanwhile, Green is all set up.
Okay.
Should we just all sort of drive in cars and just kind of stay in contact? Because it's a big truck, so it'd be pretty easy to keep an eye on.
It's not just the big truck we need to keep an eye on.
From what I heard, there's escorts at every truck stop.
I'm okay here.
Are we bringing in a decoy truck, or are we just like faking that it arrived? What's the situation
we could
with that?
do that. We have our own truck.
Yeah.
Didn't Fleur award us the vehicle at our last job?
From the last job? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I seem to remember a certain Gerald absconding with a rigger adapted tractor trailer setup.
Mhm.
The trailer.
But didn't he blow it up?
I thought you set it on autopilot to do loops around Seattle
Yeah.
till it ran out of gas.
And I thought it blew up.
That's right. He did do that.
Did you blow it up?
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't blow it up. I'm giving it. You did.
Yes, he did.
From what I remember is, yeah, I had it basically drive the decoy package.
Right. But you kept the Invisicrate though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you have this. You have basically a crate. We're calling it the Invisicrate, but it will fit a 53-foot shipping container inside of it. Yeah, so you have that stored somewhere.
But we need something to haul it.
Yeah.
Well, the helicopter can fly it, but yeah, we can also, if we want to use an actual truck, we can do that.
Well,
yep.
We, as you point out, truck stops are going to have security. So we can't just pull up in our little van and fit right in, you know? It's going to stick out like a sore thumb. So we got to be careful in our tracking.
Well, if it's got wheels, I can drive it. I'm a good driver.
Nice.
Not my truck, you ain't.
He won't even let...
Cat,
She won't even let
Cat
me drive.
doesn't let anybody drive.
Not
her
anymore.
car.
Oh, I mean, it did buff out, right?
Well, you shouldn't have, you know.
We were
ended
under
up-
fire, in my defense.
Well, she wasn't real happy with that.
Okay, boys
Cat
and
doesn't
girls,
trust
you
people.
are you were talking away into the night, and that is where we're gonna stop it for
Into the
today.
morning, basically.
Sounds legit.
Sleepover at Bliss's.
Yeah.
There's the episode title.
Sleepover
Yeah,
at
we probably
Bliss's.
talked out at one point, just like passes out at a certain point of the night.
So you guys went to Giuseppe Lombardi's spherical and cubic pizza joint tonight too. I'm impressed. The
That makes
advertisements are working. Okay.
Nice. Nice.
All right. So that's it. So
I do have a helmet.
thanks
So
very
you
much.
you can mark down the 2,000 karma on your. So this is the way 2,000 karma. 2,000.
Yes, please.
I did.
I will continue to just hand out some karma every time, but you're not going to be able to spend it until I give you leave to spend it.
Sure.
So everyone will get 5 karma, but Liz and Radio are going to get an extra one for making me laugh, and I can't remember why, but I did mark it down. Something you each said at some point made me chuckle.
Awesome. I like making you laugh.
It makes me laugh when you make me laugh.
It does.
Karma. Where the hell's karma?
It's at the bottom of your like total under total karma.
Yeah, so on your character sheet, right at the very top, above attributes, you'll see total karma and current karma. So you would put it current karma because that's what you have, and you would also increase your total by the same amount. So if I give you 5 karma, your cat's character sheet says it has 0 currently, so and 28 total. So now you're up to 33 and 5, right? And then when you spend that karma, it doesn't change your total. And then yeah. So also notoriety and public awareness are a calculation of total karma. I have to figure out what that is because everyone's going to start actually having that on their character sheet as time goes on.
Okay.
Sure. I think that Roll20 does it.
I'm pretty sure
automatically.
it's total karma divided by 10 is your street cred. Public
Oh,
awareness
there you
is
go.
awarded
Street cred.
and notoriety
Yeah,
is
public
earned.
awareness.
Yeah,
I've
street
already
cred, that's
got
right.
street cred, yes.
There it is.
But
Sorry.
the notoriety and public awareness, I don't have any.
I have 18 street cred.
Yeah.
I got 0.
That's accurate.
Don't worry.
Accurate.
Don't worry.
It's so
Green.
fun you're
You'll
bringing
get
a
more.
newbie. It's I'm giving you a hard
I'm
time,
famous
but it's
for die
fun.
trying.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great story mechanism too.
So
It really
we,
is.
we didn't do this time, but we will absolutely do it next time. But just so you know what the awesomeness roll is. So if you go to your attributes, just in your attributes section, everything, so body, agility, reaction, strength, willpower, logic, intuition, charisma, not edge.
Okay.
Just those 8. You add up all those dice. That's your dice pool.
Are we rolling for awesome right now, Steve?
No, but you will next time. And then
So-
you roll that, and you just add the total of all the dice together.
So it's not
So
what
it's-
you're looking for here. You're just adding them all up.
You
So
just
it's
add them all.
body, agility. Oh, so just the first 8.
So if I was doing it for Adrian, it would be 4, 10, 16, 21,
It's like a tax on attributes.
36, 30,
Yeah.
36. So you would roll 36 dice. Let me go into here. So I would go advanced dice roller, roll 36 dice,
This is just
and then I would
normal.
go. Is it compound? I would just compound them, right? Target number, no target number.
Can I drop edge on an awesome roll?
You just put no target So you just say whatever.
Yeah.
You don't want successes, you want.
Would it be 27 for me?
Oh, so it gives me 36 success, but I'm not getting. I need to add. I need to add the
Yeah,
whole thing.
so it does that by default if you don't tell it to do anything, right? That's what it assumes you're doing, unless you tell it otherwise. So right there, the compounding is at any 6 rolls again. That's why you have a 23 as one of your dice. Yeah.
Well, right. So I don't want compound. How do I get it to just? Oh, there it goes. 81. Yeah. See. So then now Gerald's awesomeness is 81.
I rolled 77.
Yeah.
So
Everything is awesome.
I'm still trying to figure out which dice to include in my roll.
Okay. So for Bliss, where's your? So you're adding 2 for body, 2 for agility, 2 for reaction. So that's 6. Plus your strength is 7. Plus your willpower makes it 12, plus your logic makes it 18, plus your intuition makes it 23, plus your charisma makes it 27. So you're rolling 27.
I was right then, 27.
So yeah. And then
Whoa.
so at the beginning of next session, you can roll awesomeness, and I'll write those numbers down.
Matt,
and at some point, I will
you
use
are
that.
incredibly awesome on this test roll that doesn't
Great.
count.
Armog flexes his awesomeness.
138 awesome. Of course, this is just
Yeah.
a test. He's almost double as awesome as I am.
Yeah.
You got good stats. Yeah, I don't have like that many. It's
Well,
interesting, right? Because
if you put
character
priority
creation,
on,
variety of attributes, right?
yeah. I was a skill monkey, not an attribute monkey.
Exactly, right? Totally. Yeah.
That's
Do
why
you know what that means?
awesomeness is.
I'm pretty fucking
Inherent.
awesome.
And here's the thing: like, it works off the core stats because awesomeness is a core.
It's inherent
feature.
to you. Yeah.
Like, it
How
has
do you
nothing
get
to
it
do
to
with where
total
you
things?
come from. It's like it's that it factor, you know?
Right.
I do not have it.
Learning how to do something doesn't make you more awesome. It's inherent to you.
Exactly.
I get it.
I'm more awesome than Gerald, though.
How are you guys at it, making them things add the dice?
So you got to take
rid of
away
the
the
greater
target
than.
number.
Yeah,
So
take
type, just in the text box, type /R.
Cat, you did it.
31d6.
Oh no, you didn't.
No.
So type /R space 31d6. I just hit enter.
/R
31.
These are the important
Well,
things.
that's
No space.
that's not right, but that's okay.
6.
Hey, if you don't roll a mittful of
Like
d6s,
If you add the space there, that's not gonna. You can see how it's just rolling the number 31. The space is the issue.
All right.
/R.
Entertaining internet television, as they say.
/R space 31d6.
Adventures in Math.
Oh, there you go.
I'm Math.
Well,
That's why.
Cat's pretty awesome.
Oh,
no,
100.
that's Steve.
Oh,
Yeah. See, but they can vary wildly.
Oh yeah, totally.
That's what. It's just
Because
how
your
I
range
feel
is
every day.
whatever 36.
You only get one
low
shot.
end, right?
Yeah, well, and so the thing is, what you use your awesomeness for, you don't know, but I
Oh,
know.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Cat's more awesome than me.
all right, everybody. Thanks for playing. I'm going to sign us off now because it's getting late. But
Yes, it is.
thanks again to everybody for coming
Bye,
and
everybody.
Steve for running
Some
the
of
game.
us have to submit our grades tomorrow.
All right.
Bleh.
Good night, Internet.
Jobs? Come on.
Oh, actually, just before we go, if you haven't yet done it, obviously hit the follow button or the like button or any of the buttons. That'd be a big help.
Buttons?
Don't forget you can check out our
No
previous
button.
games
Hit my like
on
button.
podcast places. So like iTunes, Spotify, all of the places you can go check out our previous games. Dungeons and Dragons, Shadowrun, even we were doing Dungeon of the Week for a bit, although we called it Monster of the Week. Although it was a little different. I think it was D&D rules. Darcy will know. He knows the things. Anyway, nerds, get out of here. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And we'll see you not next week. Actually, hold on before I go.
Yeah.
Steve,
We're
when
off.
are we thinking? I think it's...
year.
Yeah, see you next year,
Yeah.
suckers.
January 3rd.
Yeah,
Jared?
I won't be available that day.
yeah.
We'll miss you, buddy.
So we will
I'll
be back
be-
January 3rd, and whether
I'll
it
be
is
headed
Shadowrun
back this direction.
or back January 3rd, and whether it is Shadowrun or D&D is yet to be determined.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be
And
one
then
or the
we'll
other.
do another one, hopefully every Tuesday, going forward in the new year as much as possible, with some breaks because we're all living our lives. I know it's hard to take a break, but
No!
But what we do, we do. All right.
We all work.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Adult. Well,
Wait,
not
roll
you're
for
gonna
work.
retire. Roll for work.
I'm an exception to that rule.
Oh.
You are an exception, and it's
I
only
do
recent.
not work.
But that's only recent that's been the case done. You know that.
Well, it's been what, 8 months
only-
now.
Yeah, that's not very long.
Footloose and
That's
fancy
long
free.
enough, trust me.
All right, Internet. We'll see you next time. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye. Before we get into dissecting each other's CVs. Don't mind me, Internet. I'm an idiot. I finally hit the right button. Have a great night. Hey, interweaves, I'm just gonna raid. We got some people here, so we're gonna go find a role-playing game. Hopefully, something fun to jump into. You know what? They do good work over at Happy Jacks, so I think I'm gonna go. Oh, wait, J Brews is playing too. We should go raid J Brews. They're good. They're good peeps. So we're gonna do that.
Everyone's seen death in their dreams, but we still